Hey friends, I am Alison Hillman. I am the Alison and BTP by Alison, Been There Photography, and this is a presentation of Lady Boss Branding. I'm coming at you with some of the best St. Louis has to offer in small businesses, and we're going to make business just a little bit more personal as we get to know the business itself and the business owner or mover and shaker or contributor, whatever role they play within the business. And one of my absolute favorite humans we have on today is Keith Collins. He is just an incredible human. He is a giver. I had to tell him that, yes, indeed, we were going to talk about his business today and not someone else's that he's been helping them build. But we're going to talk about Keith Collins and farmers and maybe a little bit of St. Louis podcasts.
All right.
Why don't you? What do you have going on these days, brother?
Nothing. I'm just quarantined.
Yeah, whatever. So tell me about what you do other than help other people shine.
Yeah. Well, I really like to do two things, and one, it's making sure people make good financial decisions, and that's both on the assets portion and the liability portion of things. Where making sure their dreams are protected, making sure they're all good now, and trying to build towards the future in whatever way. And that's my job is with farmers. And then on top of that, I like to give back to farmers and give back to other people. Uh, Always letting them know, hey, there's this awesome opportunity at farmers. I came in at 21, and they kind of took me, and I'm still here.
All right. So what sets farmers apart from maybe other insurance? Because I know for me personally, when I was shopping, the price point was about similar to everyone, and it wasn't the cheapest option I have, but I knew what I was getting with having the Keith Collins name on it. So why don't you tell them a little bit of what that means?
Yeah, it's really, I'd say there's two big selling points when it comes to farmers is one, it's the claims aspect of it. You can look at a piece of paper that says 2550 all day, not know what it means. I really on the education portion of it, and then also making sure when it comes time, somebody gets in that accident, somebody needs towing, needs glass service, that they have it, that they asked for it, and I adequately prepared them for it. So that's the biggest portion. And then the other portion is really just understanding, having a full concept, because rates usually do go up each year. You should never have the cheapest insurance. I mean, quite honestly, if you have cheap insurance, usually there's a reason you get what you pay for.
Cool. All right. So are you ready for the blast round?
Let's do it.
All right. We'll set the 3-minute timer. This is just random questions. As folks at home, as I always say, business should be personal. You should pick someone that matches your values, matches personality, that you think is just a really good fit for you and your family. So let's dive down. We'll have the blast round and get to know Keith as a person. All right, Keith, what do you love most about your business?
The freedom. So one day I can work on farmers a lot and try to help a business. The next day I can work on podcasts. The next day I can spend with my family and be quarantined. I mean, it's all within the freedom of doing that.
Sure. What motivates you to work as hard as you do?
Oh, my family, absolutely. My 2 daughters, my wife, and just making sure they have everything they want and we'll never have to worry about anything.
Yeah, you have surrounded yourself with 3 beautiful girls.
Most definitely.
What makes you laugh the most?
People. Yeah.
All right. Have you ever had a nickname, and what was it?
I've had a few. I had Bud from my grandpa Bud. I've had Jedi from a lot of people at Farmers. I've had other nicknames, but those are probably the 2 biggest.
All right. Do you love or hate roller coasters?
Hate the upside down ones.
Fair, me too. If you had a warning label, what would it say?
Very direct. Approach with caution, something like that.
All right. What was your very first job?
Very first job was at the Malta Drive-In in upstate New York. It was really just concession stand and clearing beer cans out of the parking lot of the drive-in.
All right. If you had to describe yourself as an animal, what would the animal be?
A lion.
All right. What's your favorite movie? I know this.
Might surprise you. It's Boondock Saints.
Really? That's
Yep.
one. I would say that was in my top 5. You're out for karaoke. What song are you singing?
Country Roads.
So when you sang that at karaoke night for ICAG the other night, that was Jace's favorite song of the night because he was bobbing along to it. How many pillows do you sleep with at night?
It's good. It's gonna sound weird, but like 6. Like usually kind of like hugging one. I have 2 under my head.
Okay. I'm seeing like you. All right. So St. Louis Lightning Round. What's your favorite St. Louis Zoo animal?
Ooh. Say the penguins.
Cool. Favorite St. Louis attraction?
The 360 rooftop thing was pretty neat.
Cool. What is your favorite touristy thing to go do?
In St. Louis?
Mm-hmm.
Probably Ballpark Village or a Blues game, if that counts. I don't know if that's touristy.
It is what you say it is. All right. St. Louis or Chicago style pizza?
I hate to say this. Definitely Chicago. If it's weird.
Preach, brother.
Yeah. St. Louis be too thin for me.
All right. Final question that I've been asking everyone. Why you? Why Keith Collins? Why Keith Collins with Farmers? Whatever.
It's all up to whoever. I mean, I'm not for everybody, and everybody's not for me. But I'll do my best to point you in the right direction. If it's business, if it's advice, just let's get you out there.
All right. St. Louis, this is definitely one of the top small business owners in our area. It is my job, I feel, as a branding expert to get these folks in front of you. Keith, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, y'all. Remember, just make sure we're taking care of each other and go out and change the world. Have a great day.